Hey, it's Austin Fonson here, and in this video, I'm going to show you why you should be following up with your new patient opportunities and even your current patients using text messaging. So the traditional way of contacting new leads or even your current patients is done by sending them an email or just by calling them up on their phone. But nowadays, people don't check their emails or pick up the phone as often as they used to. I know personally I won't pick up my phone if I don't know the number that's calling me. And this creates a problem for contacting new leads or even reminding your current patients about appointments, because if you can't get a hold of them, then they might not show up for their appointment, or even worse, that new lead is just garbage. So the new way of reaching out to people is done via text messaging, because everyone is always on their cell phones and they always have their phones on them. So you know that when you send them a text message, they're going to see it. And it doesn't matter if they're not familiar with the number that's texting them, because when they get that text notification, people are curious and they're going to be thinking, who the heck is texting me? And they're going to read it. And when they find out that it's from you, the chiropractor, the person who they're interested in seeing, or who they just booked their appointment with, they will either acknowledge your text and say to themselves, okay, my appointment's tomorrow, thanks for the reminder. Or they might even reply back to you and you can have a text conversation to schedule their appointment. Now, you might be thinking that it's a lot of time to be texting back and forth just to schedule an appointment. But the way I see it is that, yes, it takes a little bit longer and it's not as direct to get a hold of the lead, but it's worth it because this method has a higher show-up rate. I've tested this many times with other chiropractors, and texting always has a higher show-up rate and contact rate than just trying to call their phone or send an email. So you don't want to be using your personal cell phone to be reaching out to people, because you'd have to add hundreds of contacts and things would just start to get a little bit messy. So the solution is to use Google Voice to keep everything organized in one place where you can send text messages to people and you can access it on any computer or any phone as long as you have a Gmail account. And I wanted to show you a little bit behind the scenes of what Google Voice looks like so you can see how easy it is to use.
So this is Google Voice. And in order to send a text message to someone, you need a Google Voice number, which is really simple and straightforward to set up. Just go to google.com/voice and go through the prompts to set it up. Once you have a Google Voice number, you want to go to Google Contacts to add the person you want to send a text to, and there's no setup required for Google Contacts. So if you already have an email list with the names and cell phone numbers of your patients, you can upload them by clicking here, Import Contacts, and select the file with the list of contacts. Otherwise, click on Create Contact and fill in the name and number and then save. Now we have this person in our contacts. Next, we want to go back to Google Voice, type in the person that we want, and over on the left, we can send a text message directly to their phone from Google Voice. It's important to use Google Voice to send text messages to, rather than a cell phone, because it keeps your personal and business separate, and because Google Voice can be accessed on any computer or cell phone if you download the app, so you can have your staff following up with the leads and sending reminders to your current patients about appointments. So this is the new age of contacting and getting a hold of people, and text messaging is at the forefront of it. So it's better to get behind it sooner than later. Anyways, good luck.